Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders, great millstone, and rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect, pushing the true doctrine, across the four winds of the earth, and all truth and sincerity. Lamar Dariyah from the Mississippi camp. Lord willing, be edifying lesson. This is just GMS quick hit through spirit. Just going into basically the bigger the sacrifice, the greater the reward. The bigger the sacrifice, the greater the reward. And a sacrifice gets no bigger than sacrificing your time, your energy, and your life for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay? To sacrifice your time, your energy, and your life for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay? And not necessarily in that order. But the sacrifice is so big, and it's such an honorable sacrifice, man. The reward is going to be so great that it consists of what? The law, statutes, commandments, and our inward parts. Okay? Being first the Lord's elect men, chosen from the foundation of the earth. Okay? Being delivered, being up on those chariots, being the first fruit, being that governing body under Yahweh Shai, King David, the 12 and the remaining of the 144,000 elect men. Okay? Being of that highest stature amongst the nation of Israel. Even though all Israel are going to be good, but the Lord elect men are going to be on a different level because they're going to be, or I'll say we're going to be, we're those men who are doing the work wholeheartedly in all truth and sincerity in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that we're going to be those men who are going to be that governing body, man, governing the earth, man, under Yahweh Shai, King David, and the 12. But we have to sacrifice here now. And what that sacrifice consists of, man, forsaking all. You know, when we come into this truth, we hear this word, man, we have to take our hand, you know, off these worldly things, man, of this worldly plow, if you will, and put our hands to the plow of Yahweh Hashem Shai and do the work. Go on the highways and byways, making our bodies a living sacrifice. You know, doing videos, not participating or partaking in these westernized, heathenistic traditions. Walking in ways of righteousness to the best of our ability. Upholding the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. Celebrating our high holy days. Okay? Giving reverence to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai when it comes to the Passat. Okay? Being brotherly. Understanding that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai comes first. That's our first priority. And then the brotherhood. You know, then everything else is, you know, it trickles down to whatever it may be. But all those things require sacrifice, man, because we're going to have family members who are not going to understand, you know, who are going to catch feelings because we don't participate or communicate as much as we used to. You know, we're not stringing and hanging up Christmas lights, you know, buying Christmas presents, you know, singing Christmas carols, right? We're not hunting Easter eggs, hiding Easter eggs and all that nonsense. We're not celebrating having birthday parties as if we're somebody when we're nothing. You know, and a lot of people, our family, friends, so-called friends, whatever, they're not going to be able to really comprehend that because they're so used to us doing these particular festive things of Babylon, right? But that's part of the sacrifice. That's part of the sacrifice. Putting off that old man. The scripture goes into what Paul said, when I was a child, I spake as a child. But when I become a man, I put away childish things, roughly paraphrased. And childish things are continually in traditions that are contrary to the scriptures or the way of the nation of Israel. So we don't supposed to follow in the ways of the heathen. You know, and so we have to forsake a lot of things in this truth, man. But that's a big sacrifice, man. You know, everybody can't do this, man. Everybody can't stomach or handle girding up their loins and telling your family, hell no, I'm not doing this, hell no, I ain't doing that, or telling your woman, no, we ain't doing this or we ain't doing that. Telling your children, no, we not doing this, we not doing it. And at the end of the day, if they continue to do it, you know what I'm saying, if it's not hindering us brothers from doing the work, then, you know, so be it. But there has to be some kind of line drawn in the sand. You know, if I say don't be cooking no pork chops or frying up no catfish, then I mean that. You know? Now, if they're going to do it, they need to have at least the respect of not doing it in your presence. You know? But at the end of the day, as long as they're not hindering brothers from doing the work, then, you know, hey, we in captivity. You know? So I'm going to get a couple of scriptures here and I'm going to close it out. This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 19. I'm going to start at verse 23. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, verily I say unto you that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. And, you know, the eye of the needle is a small passage, you know, that trying to get a stubborn animal like a camel to go through is almost impossible, if you will. You know, and our people are a stiff-necked, hard-headed group of people. You know, and especially when there's financial gain or financial benefits involved. Our people completely would cast away the will of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai to receive some type of riches on this side or financial gain on this side or some kind of higher stature. And when our people get that higher stature, those monies, that financial gain, you know, it pushes our people or distance our people more and more from our power. Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. So that financial gain and everything is not going to be beneficial when it comes to entering the kingdom of heaven. Now, granted, we have brothers in this faith and this truth who have a particular financial status, you know, have pretty good jobs, you know, financially secure. But that's those brothers' lot. And those brothers are spiritual enough and grounded enough and rooted enough in the truth to not let that financial situation, you know, sway them or separate them from our power. It's not for everybody, man. You know, the scriptures say, give me riches nor poverty. So we got to be just content with what we have, man, as well as our daily bread. So back into the scriptures. Back in the Matthew chapter 19, verse 25. No, Salakia, verse 24. And I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. When the disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved? But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with the Most High all things are possible. There's nothing that the Lord can do. Salaki, there's nothing that the Lord can do. There's nothing that the Lord can't do, man. So if we're upholding the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability and doing what we're supposed to do, then we can be delivered, man. If we're making righteous sacrifices, then the reward is going to be great. Okay? Back in the scriptures. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that hath forsaken house or brethren, or sister, or father or mother, or wife or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life. The bigger the sacrifice, the greater the reward, man. 100-folds, man. So we're gonna have whatever we want in abundance, man, for forsaking all, man, and following Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, following the Lamb wherever so he goeth, man. But sacrifice have to be made. Sacrifices must be made. Hey, Yahushua was the ultimate sacrifice, man. The Most High sacrificed his only begotten Son, his Son whom he was well pleased, so that the nation of Israel can be saved, man. Okay, that was mercy. So for us to sacrifice to do the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, it should be a no-brainer, man. It really should be a no-brainer. Back in the scripture. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So we got big things to look forward to. We got big things to look forward to, man. You know, this what we going through. You know, this chastening, man. This is small. This is small, man. It compares to the reward that we're gonna receive for doing this. It's you can't compare the two, man. The chastening we're going through, this, you know, dealing with everything we deal with in the Word. Our families, our friends, our women, our, you know, co-workers, whatever. You know, the suffering we go through, the back pains, the headaches, you know, the coughing, you know, just what kind of infirmities we going through, man. We have examples through the scriptures to know that, hey, the Lord gonna still be with us, man, if we endure to the end. And one of the prime examples is who? Job, man. Hey, Job went through it all, man. But look what he received for continuing to be a faithful servant, man. Continually having faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. He never forsake the Most High, and he never cursed the Most High, man, even though his wife tried to persuade him to. He remained faithful. And look what the Lord did. Lord gave him back everything, man, multifold. Children, land, livestock, servants. He took care of them, man. And that's what we got to do. Continue to be faithful, man. Continue to have faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Keep pushing. Continue sacrifices, whatever's necessary to do the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, to please the Lord. Because we're going to receive something much greater, man. Eternal life and abundance, multifolds of whatever our hearts desire. We're going to be heirs with Yahushua, man. Don't get no bigger than that. This is the book of Luke, chapter 17, starting at verse 32. Remember Lot's wife. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. So, doing this work, doing what we gotta do to please Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, forsaking all, not being so attached and just committed to things of this world when it comes to your family, your job, your vehicles, your house, or whatever, man. Understand that these things are temporary, man. When you go on in 1 Timothy, it says what? We come into this world with nothing, and it's certain we will leave with nothing, roughly paraphrased. But what? We're supposed to be grateful for food and raiment, man. Just for a roof over our head, food on our table, our health and strength to be able to move, to be able to do the work, man. The simple things. But we can't be just drawn and so attached to the things of this world, because they all are coming to naught. They're all vanity, man. So, we make the sacrifices, brothers. Continue to sacrifice for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, because the bigger the sacrifice, the greater the reward. So, Lord willing, this was edifying lesson. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Rakakadash. Double honor to our apostles, elders, great millstone, and we're well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.